everyone, this is American Wire. During this interview, Al Sharpton insults Vivek several times. Check out how Vivek responds.
Your own former company has been involved in various DEI and ESG initiatives. Your own companies, DEI, diversity. I would hope we can agree that historically many communities of color have not enjoyed the same socio-economic benefits as white Americans, and many of those disparities persist to this day. What specifically would you do as president to address that problem, keeping in mind your own company got diversity business?
Yeah, so I want to be very clear about that. After I stepped down as CEO, precisely to speak my mind freely, the company that I founded went the direction of most companies in corporate America. And I disagree with that decision. But you're asking a more important question about what are we going to do to ensure equality of opportunity in this country. You're right. We have been an imperfect nation. I've always said it. But we aspire towards perfection. How do we go that next step? I want to make sure kids aren't trapped in the ghetto of a zip code that they happen to be born in. To the contrary, I think every parent deserves to have the opportunity to send their kids to the best possible school. That's why I favor radical school choice in this country. I think it's a mystery, Reverend Sharpton. The very people who will wax eloquent about systemic racism are also the ones who are opposed to educational mobility. That's why I've said shut down the U.S. Department of Education. Use that $80 billion. Put it in the hands of parents so they can actually send their kids to that best possible school.
I did not go to Harvard, but I know when a question is not answered. I did not ask you about education. I asked you about diversity in business. I asked you about a company you headed getting DEI. How do we deal with
here's what I'm against.
Wait a minute. Let me ask the question again. How do we deal with the economic disparity in businesses of color and people of color in the economic arena? You ran the school choice, good duck, but wrong show. Deal with the economic. You're a businessman.
It's actually related. You know, I know you're smarter than this to know that education leads to economic prosperity. So there's no Band-Aid fix.
But after you're educated, we have educated people that can't get contracts. We have educated people that have no problem with being educated that can't get contracts. How do you deal with the inequality in how they do business in this country, how they get jobs? That's where the DEI programs come from.
So I understand where they come from. I'm against it because it causes us to see one another on the basis of our skin color.
Kudos for Vivek to even go on Al Sharpton's show. That took a lot of courage and a lot of guts. So, I mean, you know, good job, you, Vivek. You know, when he said that one of his ideas was to shut down the education system and take that money and give it to parents and let parents decide where they want to take and send their children. That idea is just a no-brainer. To enable American families to have that money so that they can make a choice as to where their children will go is such an obvious idea to solve the problem with education and everyone not getting the equal quality of education. Vivek is spot on there, and he's right. Those who are fighting for equality in education, why are they against shutting down the education system so that parents can have the choice? And then when he shared about to be hiring people on their merits and not the color of their skin, not to check a box when you're hiring people, but to actually hire qualified people, whatever color or race that may be. It's about the merit of their skills and what they bring to the table, what they can do to add to your organization, right? I mean, he's so spot on when he shared that part.